Good morning, dear students. Today I shall start act first, scene second, line 30. This is Narisa's speech. Narisa says these words to Portia. Shakespeare puts these words in the mouth of Portia, who is a maidservant of Portia. Narisa says, "Your father was ever virtuous, madam. Your father was always a virtuous man. And holy men at their death have good inspirations." Inspirations means divine guidance. Your father was a pious person. Your father was a saintly man. He was gifted with celestial power, and holy men, saintly men at their death have good inspirations, divine guidance. She says that holy men at their death have good inspirations means men of such exalted character at the time of their death have a vision of right and wrong. The same thing happened with your father. At the time of his death, he had some celestial power through which he hath devised in these three chests of gold, silver, and lead. The lottery that he had devised in these three chests of gold, silver, and lead means the idea of the lottery was that it would discover the true lover, so that Portia would have no cause to regret being debarred from choosing. Whereof who chooses his meaning. Whereof who chooses his meaning. Meaning here means the one that Portia's father meant him to choose. Means the right person, the virtuous person, and an intelligent person will be able to choose the right casket. And the person who chooses you means the person who will choose the right casket, that person will be the husband of Portia. Will no doubt never be chosen by any rightly, but one who has rightly loved. Rightly means correctly loved. The person who has a true love for you, the person who will be gifted with intelligence, wisdom, that person will become your husband by choosing the right casket. But what warmth is there in your affection towards any of these princely suitors that are already come? Portia says, "May I ask you, madam, what the degree of your affection is towards the suitors already arrived here in Belmont?" Portia says, "I pray thee, I request you, I beseech you, Narisa, overname them," means call out their names one by one. "And as thou namest them, and as you name them, I will describe them. I will describe their qualities from head to toe altogether. And according to my description, whatever the description I shall give about them, after hearing my delineation, my description about those suitors, level at my affection. Level means guess, you can guess my level of affection for them. Nerissa said, first there is the Neapolitan prince. Nerissa said that the first suitor here is the Neapolitan prince from Naples. Portia says, yeah, that is a colt indeed. Colt means inexperienced young man. Means Neapolitans were framed for their horsemanship. That is a colt indeed. He is an inexperienced young man. He is a green man. He is an immature man. For he doth nothing but talk of his horse. He does nothing, only he talks about his horsemanship. Only he talks about his horses. And he makes it a great appropriation to his own parts that he can sue himself. And he makes it a great appropriation. And he makes it a great appropriation to his own good parts and an addition to his own merits. He thinks an additional quality in his character that he can sue himself, that he can sue his own horse. Means the Neapolitan prince is proud of his caliber and capability, that he has the capacity to sue his own horse. Nerissa said, then is there the Count Palatinate. Count Palatinate, the Count from the Palatinate, the region on the west bank of the Rhine. The Count is a local ruler or a nobleman. Portia says, he doth nothing but frown. He is constantly in an irritable mood. He always looks very angry, as who should say, and you will not have me choose. He says, Portia, if you will not choose me, you will be unfortunate. You will be unfortunate if you will not choose me. Such kind of expression he gives through his words and through his facial expression. He hears merry tales and smiles not. He is so serious and grave by face that after hearing merry tales, he does not laugh. I fear he will prove the weeping philosopher when he grows old. Portia says that if I shall marry him, when he will grow old, then he will become a weeping philosopher in his old age, in his mature age, being so full of unmannerly sadness in his youth. In his youth, he is an unpleasant man. He is a gloomy man. He is a sad and dejected man. He is a very dejected and sad man in his youth. Then in his old age, he will become a weeping philosopher. I had rather be married to a death's head with a bone in his mouth than to either of these. Portia says that I am ready to marry a death's head, means a skull, the emblem of a skull with the two bones crossed underneath was usually known as death's head. She says that I am ready to marry death's head, but to either of these. God defend me from these two. She prays to God Almighty, O God, save me from these two suitors. If I shall become their wife, then my life will be hell. Narissa says, how say you by the French Lord Messer Le Bon? What is your opinion about Messer Le Bon? Literary, sir, the good satirical expression of the traditional affected vivacious Frenchman. Means, what is your opinion about the French Lord Messer Le Bon? Portia says, God made him. God made him. He is also the creation of God. God also created him. And therefore let him pass for a man. And that's why let him accept as a man. He is also a creation of God Almighty. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, to laugh at others, to make a mockery of others is a sin. I know, Narissa, why he hath a horse better than the Neapolitans. He talks ever more than the Neapolitan about his horse. A better bad habit of frowning than the Count Palatinate. A better bad habit means a more exaggerated bad habit he had in his character than the Count Palatinate. He is every man in no man. Means he has everybody else's characteristics and no personality of his own. If a throstle sings, common singing bird in England, if a throstle sings, he falls straight a capering. He immediately starts jumping up and down. He will fence with his own shadow. When he sees his shadow, he take out his sword and started fighting with his own shadow. If I should marry him, Narissa, if I should marry French Lord Messer Le Bon, I should marry 20 husbands, not one. If he would despise me, I would forgive him. If he would despise me, if he would start hating me, I would forgive him. For if he love me to madness, I shall never requite him. For if he love me to madness, I shall never requite him. I shall never requite him. I shall never respond him. If he love me to madness, if he says that he loves me like a madman, I am not in a condition to respond to his love. Narissa says, why say you then to Falconbridge, the young Baron of England? Then what is your opinion about Falconbridge, the young Baron of England? Portia says, you know I say nothing to him, for he understands not me. You know well, Narissa, I am not going to say anything about Falconbridge, the young Baron of England. Nor I him, for he understands not me. He does not understand me, nor I understand him. He hath neither Latin, French, nor Italian. He does not know Latin, he does not know French, nor Italian too. And you will come into the court and swear that I have a poor penny worth in the English. And you would come into the court and you would wear the witness. Come into the court means wear the witness and swear that I have a poor penny worth in English. Poor penny worth means I have a very little knowledge, means as much as could be bought for a penny, means I have a very little knowledge of English. He is a proper man's picture. He is a man of fine appearance, Narissa. Proper man's picture means a man of fine appearance. But alas, who can converse with a dumb soul. But when I shall talk to him, the condition will be the same as the mine, because he does not know my language and I do not know his language. So our conversation will be just like a mime or a dumb soul. Means we will act without saying any words. How oddly he is suited, how strangely he is dressed. Suited means dressed. How oddly he is suited means how strangely he is dressed. I think he bought his doublets in Italy. Doublets means a jacket. He bought his jacket from Italy. His round hose in France. His breeches from France. His bonnet means hat, in Germany. And his behavior everywhere. And his manners are a combination of all the countries which I named. Narissa said, what think of you, the Scottish Lord? He is never. What is your opinion about the Scottish Lord, who is the neighbor of Falconbridge, the young Baron of England? Thank you.